Hey everybody, welcome back to my channel. If this is your first time, welcome. So today's video is going to just be a check-in on my sobriety during COVID, having COVID, working from home since March. It's been 4 months now working from home, and kind of just like checking in what I'm doing to keep myself sober, any downtime that I have where I might consider drinking again. So if you're interested in that, please keep watching. Don't forget to subscribe. If you ever have any questions or if there's topics you want me to talk about, please comment below. You'll also be able to email me if you want to be a little bit more private as well. Again, the reason why I have this channel is to have this back and forth communication, hopefully share what it's like to become sober and what it's been like to be sober, my personal sobriety journey. And, I just want to share with other people that are also on a sober journey or considering a sober journey. Before we get started, I will tell you a very quick update. I am still sick. I'm not feeling great. My symptoms are better than last week, but it's been 2 full weeks of being sick. I have a retest for COVID on Monday. So I will be letting you guys know in my next video the results on that one. But I'm like 99% sure I have COVID, and so does my doctor. So last week I was very nauseous, body aches, headache, chills. I lost a sense of taste. And then midweek it changed over to, well, really all that changed was I wasn't nauseous anymore. So I'm feeling way better from that because nausea was so bad. It was keeping me up at night. I constantly felt like I had to throw up and couldn't and could barely eat anything. Now it's just added shortness of breath, coughing, still have the headache, still have the body aches, still extremely fatigued. I just slept for 10 hours and could probably sleep more. And at this point, it's just take vitamins. There's a recommended regimen of vitamins to take, and people have been getting better faster doing that. So I'm going to start doing that. And, eating well, drinking tea, staying hydrated. I drink like gallons of water, I feel like, every day. But at this point, it's just waiting it out and getting the rest that I need. In terms of my sobriety, this has been really, really rough this past 2 weeks, in the sense that I'm alone now. I've had to quarantine way more than I did originally when COVID hit. And that means I can't even see my family. I can't see my parents. I can't see my cousin. I can't see any of my family. And of course, obviously, therefore not my friends. Since I've been sick, I've obviously quarantined myself completely and haven't seen a single person. So if you've seen any of my other videos, a lot of my relationship with alcohol is stemming from being alone and my issue with being alone. As much as I've progressed over the years and over this almost 4 years of being sober and being better by myself, being sick and alone on top of it has been rather difficult, we'll say. So over the last week, I've felt significantly better. Like I'm able to eat again. I'm moving around. I'm working. I'm, doing things with ease, not stressing myself out. But because I felt better, I've acknowledged the fact that I'm completely alone and how bad I want to see my parents, how bad I want to see my family, and I can't. And then so what's been happening a lot is when I am awake, I'm really getting these mental flashbacks of things I've done in my life that I either mentally suppressed or forgot or were too drunk to remember. But now that I'm sober, I'm remembering a lot of these past things are coming forward. And it's getting a little bit dark for me. nothing to worry about, nothing that I'm worried about necessarily, but it's getting to that point where I'm remembering these things and I just want to be with my family. Given the fact that I can't, these would be the scenarios where a glass of wine or a bottle of wine would be sufficient to calm those feelings and those thoughts. Obviously, I'm not going to the store to go buy a bottle. So it's at this point, am I Uber eating a bottle of wine? Am I using these delivery services to bring alcohol into my house? And I haven't yet. And given the fact that I've gotten so far, I want to say that I won't. But if I quarantine myself for another month, I don't know how strong I'll be. And that's just the truth of it. If you're watching this and saying, you're just being weak, that's the insensitive statement that you're going to say, because you don't understand addiction at that point. Now, if you're looking at this and saying that's what addiction is, then you get it. Addiction is not being weak. It's being unable to fight the urge and the want for the substance that you're addicted to. And as long as I've been sober, this is not, oh, Christine's been sober for 4 years now, she's good. It's a daily battle. Maybe not a daily battle in my specific situation, but it's a constant battle. It can come up daily, weekly, monthly, whatever. It's not one and done. So what I'm doing to be safe with myself and my family is 2 weeks is today. So technically I could go see my parents, but I'm going to be extra safe. And until I'm better, I'm not going to see them. So I'm hoping by next weekend, I'll be okay to see my parents. But if I'm not better by this week, I'm going to still stay home, because even if it's just not COVID, I don't want to get them sick, lower their immune system. So when they are out, they are more susceptible to getting COVID. So that's where I'm at. I'm mentally trying to keep myself on top of, my activities. If it's rearranging my entire bedroom, which I did, not in this last 2 weeks, but during COVID, if it's rearranging my office, if it's getting back into crafting, that's what I'm going to do to stay on this path. And some of the things that I do, once I explain why, it might make sense, why it helps, but I like to be very organized and rearrange things and get a better flow and change things up in my place, because one, I'm stuck here. So by changing things around my apartment, I feel less like the walls are falling on me. Like I feel less trapped. But also rearranging things and organizing gives me a sense of control. My relationship with alcohol is completely uncontrolled. I have no control over that. So rearranging things, moving things, organizing things helps me put things into place, because essentially life with alcohol for me is a mess. It's uncontrollable. Things are everywhere. There's no sense of calm. But me organizing, doing those things, I have that sense again. Crafting is a hobby that I haven't done in a while. And that can range from actually like drawing, painting, sculpting, like doing and making things, or just taking all these things I have, like ribbons and stickers or whatever, and making something. Again, there's a sense of control there, that you have all these broken pieces, these separate pieces, and you're bringing them together into one whole thing, and it's a complete piece. Obviously, I'm still very, very much involved with my plants, taking care of them, watering them, checking if they're not doing well, is it the pot is too small? Then we need to repot it into a bigger pot, things like that. And then, of course, my geckos. Those are my babies. That's a daily, always, for the rest of my life type of thing. Geckos do live, if taken care of very well, anywhere between 20 to 30 years. So that's a a lifelong pet. And so my nightly routine is so eat dinner, either do some activity, watch TV, play some video games, and then spend a good 2 hours with them, feeding them, taking them out, spending time with them, and then shower in bed. So that's my nightly routine. Also, a major part of me staying sober is if I spend my night drinking, then I'm not going to be taking care of them, and that's not fair to them. I'm very big on, if you are taking in another living thing, animal, plant, that is my responsibility. I'm taking on responsibility for the well-being of that thing. And so these geckos, even though they're way easier and less maintenance than a dog, there is a nightly thing you need to do. If I go a couple days without interacting with one of them, and then I go and try to interact, they're going to look at me like I'm a stranger. So, I don't want that to happen. I want to have that connection still. So I need to do that daily, nightly routine with them. So that's what I've been doing. I've been trying to do anything essentially to either create order and control in an uncontrolled situation where I can't see anybody, or I do something to keep my mind from racing. Okay, if I just sit here in silence, my mind will go. I'm not saying that if thoughts come into my mind, I I don't want it, and I push it out and I ignore it, because it's just going to keep coming back. What happens is when those thoughts come, I acknowledge, hey, here's this thought, and I let it go. If you don't acknowledge the things that are popping into your head, they're just going to keep coming and coming, and it's going to drive you insane. So that goes into a whole different topic of the whole meditation side of things that I do, yoga, being able to reconnect with myself and come and turn back internally. So if you're interested in that, let me know. That will probably be another topic sometime down the road. But anyways, that's how I've been specifically for the last 2 weeks. I've been sick. I've been exhausted. And I've just been doing what I need to keep myself together and keep myself on my sober path. Everything else has been put on hold. If I don't have to do something, I'm not putting that additional stress on me, because the truth of COVID, even if you have the milder symptoms like I do, it is very tolling on your body. And the only way you're going to get better is to rest and not put additional stress on yourself. Stress in a normal situation can make you sick. So anyways, if you've got any questions in terms of my activities, what I do, how I've gotten to this point to have so much, I guess, confidence in myself to be sober, let me know. If you want to know what I'm doing during COVID specifically, or having COVID, let me know. But guys, please stay safe out there. If you don't have to go out, just don't. Again, I thought I was a healthy individual. Now I know that I have a very weak immune system and I've gotten sick so much. It's not worth it. It's not worth you getting sick or you getting someone else sick. So be safe, be smart. If you do go out, wash your hands. Don't touch your face. If you have questions, I can find you sources online that I've looked at, or I can just give you my personal opinion. But I'm going to go eat, probably nap again. It's the weekend. I have nothing I need to do. So, and it's been storming like crazy in Florida. I don't know if you heard that thunder. So it's about to storm. Anyways, be safe, guys. Check you out next video. Have a wonderful, wonderful weekend. Bye, guys.